questions and posted by 3:30. Your job is to watch the video, complete your notes the next day because you don't have the packet, and then show me when you've done your notes. You have one day to do that. So our first step when we have an inequality is to do what? Bailey, can you please get the door? Negative 19 is less than negative 1 minus 3b. First step to solve this, Tristan. We're going to treat this like a equation. Add 1 to both sides. You have negative 18. Do I flip the sign here?
Yes.
When I add 1?
You don't.
No. Not when I add. It's only when I do what, Malachi?
Divide or multiply by negative.
Beautiful. So, Tessa, what's my next step? And, Malachi, when I divide by negative 3, what happens?
The sign flips.
The sign flips. So we flip the sign to go the opposite direction. And negative 18 divided by negative 3 is, whole class?
6.
6. So b is less than 6. We always read starting with the variable. B is less than 6. I can't use the arrow trick where like the sign points this way. I can't use it all the time. Only if the variable is on the left. So when I read it as b is less than 6, do you think it's going to the left or the right?
Left.
Malachi?
Yeah, left.
It's the left. Because it's less than. Okay. And then is it an open or closed circle, Hank?
Open.
Why?
Because there's no chin.
There's no chin. We don't fill it in. That is what it should look like. Go ahead and fix it if it doesn't look like.
I did that. Good job.
Okay, number 2. Where do I start? Kendall.
You would add, subtract 1 from
Beautiful. Negative 1, negative 1. Cross out. You get negative 6 is less than or equal to 3b. What's my next step, Lucy?
You divide by 3.
Do I flip the sign, Kiana?
No.
Why not?
It's negative.
It is not negative. So it stays the same. B is greater than or equal to. Negative 6 divided by 3 whole class.
2.
Ooh, try again. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. Okay. B is greater than or equal to negative 2. Reagan, help me graph that. Beautiful. Why is it closed, Reagan? Okay.
That's a chin.
That's a blunder.
Thanks for catching that blunder, Reagan. Lucy, you can
Yeah.
track that. That is a negative
You
2.
should have.
What?
You should erase the
Yeah.
original blunder, or like.
Well, we're
Yeah.
going to 50. We're just going to 50. So it's 25,
Why
and we'll
would you
count
just
to
erase
50.
25?
Because I want to see how many blunders I've made. Like, total.
That's gonna be a
You're
lot.
gonna make a lot.
Well, yeah, and I want to see it. So our next goal is 50.
We're
Well,
gonna
you
get that by
don't
the end
have
of
a
the week.
goal.
We're at like 30. We're almost.
No, we're at
31.
30. Wait,
31.
We got 10 yesterday.
what?
I disagree. Okay, you can't blunder that much without me here. Okay, so
10 blunders.
I missed out on the best thing.
Reagan, we got a dot. Where do we go from here?
Don't worry. I'm
The
just
left?
writing. Good math, good math.
Why am I going to the left?
That's 3 times.
Alright, the arrow pointing only works when the variable is on the left. So if it's b is less than 6, I could point that way. But that's not the way it's oriented. If we read it starting at b, it's b is greater than or equal to. So instead of left, Reagan, which way am I headed? Really important that we don't just get stuck on that trick. We have to read it starting with the variable. B is greater than, the mouth is pointing to B, negative 2. Alright, we're going to skip number 3 because we got a...
That one is
No.
What you had difficulty in there?
That was
I
like
know.
the easiest one.
Okay, yeah, but I want to show you guys a new method. So just hang with me.
A new what?
A new method for these guys. 8-7, return of the scale. factor, or scale drawing. I was already here.
So excited for this.
Okay, so students will be able to, it doesn't make sense, but just put return, Swabot, return of the scale, let's say drawing. Sorry if you already wrote factor.
Why don't you?
Return of the scale, drawing,
I have a question.
yes.
Why don't you change the words from aim to swabot?
They're not, it's aim is the aim. Our goal is students will be able to something every day.
Yeah, but if you just write
Just change it to
students will
Swabot,
be- Yeah.
because it's not the Swabot, it's the aim.
Or you could write aim swabot because we write the same thing.
Well, yeah, that's why the Swabot's always there. I never erase it.
Don't even try it.
I do what I want, Owen. I'm the teacher.
He's a free man.
I am. Okay, we have example one. This is the basics of scale drawing. We only have 2 steps for example one, but it's going to set up how we set up the rest of them from here on out.
It's a short one.
An architect created the scale drawing below showing a wall of a child's playhouse. If the scale drawing is 1 inch equals 6 feet, what is the actual width? This is the width, write that below it. Okay, we are going to start out scale drawings always with the goal in mind. Our goal is to find what? Bailey. The actual width. Okay, is the actual width going to be in inches or in feet? It is going to be in feet. That goes on the top. I do not know how many feet the actual width is. Well, how many inches is the drawing?
3.
3 inches. So this is our width. I don't know the feet, but I do know there are 3 inches to the wall. This is my goal. My goal is to find how many feet are in 3 inches. The next section we need to fill out is the unit rates. I want to know how many feet are in 1 inch. Do I know how many feet are in 1 inch?
Yes.
How much is it, Kiana?
6.
6 feet. Notice how my inches are all lined up on the bottom. My feet are all lined up on the top. So there are 6 feet in 1 inch. Now I'm going to try to solve for this. Okay, well, if I had to go from 1 inch to 3 inches, what would I be multiplying the 1 by? Full class. 3. I'm going to times 3. Okay, well, I do the same thing top and bottom. We're going to work horizontally today. So from 1 to 3, I times 3. From 6 to my goal, I times 3. 6 times 3 would be 18 feet. That is my goal and my answer. The width
So you're only trying to get the width, not the height?
is 18 feet. I only want to find the width. I could find the height, but I'm not going to.
I just did.
That's in the next problem.
Yeah, we're kind of, yeah, that's fine. Okay, second level. This time, we're going to add something to it because they're not going to give us the unit rate. I'm going to start out, again, with my goal. The house shown below was drawn using a scale of 2 inches equals 5 feet. What is the actual height of the house? Look at your height. Okay. What is my goal? Elia. I want to find the actual, which is in feet. This is my goal. What do I know about the height? Tristan. I know it is 8.5 inches. Okay, so I have my goal on top. I have what I know about it on bottom. Let's go to the unit rate. Do I know my unit rate for this problem? No, I don't. That's what I gotta find. if I don't know it, do I know part of what's on the bottom? The unit rate always has 1 on the bottom. So what should go below here? Think.
1 inches.
1 inch. So my unit rate will always have 1 inch on the bottom. Okay, now move over. To find my unit rate, I'm going to do the given. Well, what do they give me for the scale factor? Bailey.
That's 0 inches equals 5 feet.
Beautiful. Okay, so using that, what goes on the top? Do inches go on top or
No.
feet?
Feet.
Why do feet go on the top, Owen?
Because that's what we're trying to find.
And what else?
Because feet are bigger than inches.
Okay, we're trying to find that. What else tells me it's on top?
Oh, it wants to be.
Because it
We put it there. It has to be what? It's got to be lined up.
yeah, they gotta be-
Every feet has to be on the top. All the inches have to be on the bottom. So I have 5 feet here. That means what goes on the bottom, Cassidy? 2 inches. Okay, that's annoying me. Let's abbreviate. This is your roadmap to the answer. I'm now going to ask myself, what do I do to get from 2 to 1? How do I get from 2 to 1? What am I going to divide, Malachi?
Divide 1 or divide 2 by 1?
2 divided by 1 is 2. Try again.
Oh, 1 divided by
2 divided by what is 1?
1.
No, 2 divided by
2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay?
He said that.
2 divided by 2 is 1. That means that 5 is also going to be divided by 2. We're doing the same thing top and bottom, just like I did here when I multiplied 3. Okay, so I did 2 divided by 2 to get to 1. 5 divided by 2 is going to be 2.5.
2.5 feet tall.
Okay, this is my unit rate.
The doghouse.
Now let's take this next step. We're going to find how many times I multiply 1 by to get to 8.5. How do I get from 1 to 8.5, Kendall?
8.5.
You do what to 8.5? You multiply it. So now I multiply 1 by 8.5, just like we did on the top.
Blunder.
What?
0.85.
Okay.
0.85.
So 8.5, I admit defeat, is going to be multiplied on the bottom and on the top.
Oh, I thought you were doing another one.
2.5 times 8.5 is my operation on top. So whatever I do to the bottom, you need to do to the top. I divide it by 2 to get from 2 to 1. Divide 5 by 2. I multiplied by 8.5 to get from 1 to 8.5. Multiply it on the top. Indy.
I did it a different way.
I know you did, and we're going to pause there. I'm going to look at your great work, but we are just doing it this way. Like, we're going to bring it up probably later with some alternate methods, but I want us just to, like, have this mastered, and then we can play around. There's like 5 different ways to get the answer.
I think I did it wrong.
2.5 times 8.5 is something my calculator could do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hold up.
5 times 2 is 12.
Wonder.
12. 8 times 5 is 40.
Wonder.
Where?
Pull up a calculator.
Your calculator. It's
No.
wrong.
16 plus 4 is 20.
Calculator.
That's going to be
It should be 1.
21,
Wait.
25.
Where did I get 20?
I'm probably going to go steal a
Don't know.
Chromebook if you don't have a calculator for your bronze work. So there are 21.25 feet for my height. My height is 21.25 feet. Okay, so this is our roadmap for all of our scale drawings. Start with your goal. get your unit rate set up, and then put the given rate down. Example 3, William jogs 11 kilometers in 5 hours. How long would it take to cover a distance of 16 kilometers? Set up our goal, Hank. What goes here?
Hold on. The top would be hours, I believe.
Beautiful, that's our goal. How long? And what's on the bottom?
The bottom would be kilometers.
Okay. What do they tell me about my goal? What number goes here, Hank?
Oh, your goal is 16.5 kilometers.
So I want to know the hours in 16.5. Great. Do I know my unit rate? Elia. My unit rate always has a 1 on the bottom. Do I know how many hours in 1 kilometer? I don't. So I'm going to leave this as it is right here. I know there's got to be 1 kilometer, but I'm going to go on to be given. Oh, and how do I set up the given rate?
The given rate, you're gonna take 11. Wait. Yeah, 11. And put it on the bottom.
Why does it go on the bottom?
Because we have the other ones on the bottom.
Kilometers are lined up. What goes on top?
Hours. Because that's what we're trying to find.
5 hours. Okay.
It's all those.
This is set up. Our roadmap is in place. Lucy, how do I get to the goal? First step. Yeah, what do I do to get from 11 to 1? You divide because it's getting smaller. Divide by what?
11.
Okay. 11 divided by 11 is 1. I have to do 5 divided by 11. I will let you use a calculator for independent practice. 5 divided by 11 is, we're going to grab a
I
Chromebook.
got 2.2 grand.
You don't even have calculators?
5 divided by 11 is...
Yeah, I said really
Mr. J got
I know,
calculators.
Mr. J has calculators. Mr. J is
Tell
much
Mr.
better
J
than me.
that.
I
You
do.
don't like Mr. J right now.
Okay, 0.45.
Okay.
I know. Well, that's what you made it sound like. He's all better than me. So. 0.45 is the answer if you plug that into a calculator. I'm going to now ask myself, what do I do from 1 to 16.5? Tristan, check your voice. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Multiply by 16.5. That means I have to do it where, Tessa? You do. And that will give me my goal. 0.45 times 16.5
Oh, yeah.
is 7.425. So there are 7.4, we'll just round to the nearest tenth, 7.4 hours it will take me to get to 16 kilometers.
So almost 7.5.
Almost 7.5, but not quite.
So if you're going to round, then technically it can be 7.5 hours. But to be technical, 7.5.
But to get more technical,
I did it completely wrong.
Is this
and I got
7.25?
Did you do
Wait,
it
I
a
got
different method?
7.425.
Did you just
I
round
did it
up?
completely wrong.
Well, like you didn't set it up like this.
I
There
did.
are like 5 different ways to get the scale drawing problems. I'm starting us on one solid foundation of how to set it up.
And I got 2.2.
Yeah, don't do anything else
And then
besides
my answer
this.
was
Yeah.
7.5.
Okay, we are going to switch to whiteboards for 20 minutes. Go pass out a whiteboard. I will get you a Chromebook.
I grabbed the Chromebook.
Riley, grab their whiteboard.
Whiteboarding.
If you have a calculator, go grab it.
Grab it. Grab it, man.
My calculator
automatically rounds up.
Yeah. Oh my god! What the heck?
That doesn't necessarily mean. Okay, never mind.
Haley! It's just us. Don't do that.
We need markers. Give me good marker. Thank you. Satisfying to do.
That was so dumb.
Written.
Just put it right.
Why is it?
I don't
It's like jazz or not?
like jazz.
I just
You smile face me. You smile face me. Smile face me.
No. My squeeze.
Smile face me.
If you don't have a Chromebook, don't do it. If you don't have a calculator, go grab a Chromebook right now.
Oh,
I have a question. Is perimeter the one where you add as a sign? Okay, and it's long. But I can't do this completely wrong.
Log in, get a calculator up on Google, and we'll start.
I know. Oh, and I've known this.
trying to get Chromebooks.
Oh, and I've known this.
Mr. McAtee, did you ever cut up the board whips?
No.
What if I lick
should.
the rock?
They work amazing.
Can I do it?
No.
What if I ask nicely?
Don't do it.
If you ask super nice, he might let you.
No, he said I can't lick his rock.
No, no rock.
Yes.
Salt rock, good.
Yeah, have you licked one of your cow's salt rocks? My pigs bite their rocks.
Oh, one of the salt blocks.
Yeah.
One of the salt licks. Yeah, I have those.
My brother has salt.
I did.
He
I did
has
one
them
of the
in
cows
shot
once.
glasses.
I did one of the
So you
cows
lick the
once.
side of the cup and then drink it.
What the heck?
Yeah, I did. One of my
Okay, you should have a calculator up on your Chromebook or on your desk in calculator form. You should have a whiteboard and a marker. You're starting.
Drink it every time you take a sip. You just go like
What?
the bottle and take a sip.
I'm just signing the likes here.
I give
Lexia bad.
number 2.
No, because you have it open on another tab. I already have 30 minutes for today. That's as long as that period with her.
Don't make fun
Oh,
That's my
I'm the
signature.
Hank, here. Would you like to see mine?
Yeah, I don't like
Erase what you have on your whiteboard right now. Hank, please close the door. Hank, close the door, please.
Got you, homie man.
Homie bro Joe.
All right, whiteboards are going to be independent right now. You are doing the best you can to set this up. We will talk about it if you are stuck. On a map, the scale is 1 inch, equaling 125 miles. What is the actual distance between two cities if the map distance is 4 inches? Go ahead and set it up on your own. This time, Indy, that's your first. This time, you are going to set up until you have the unit rate. You'll notice the unit rate is already given to us, so my given does not have to happen this time. Keep setting this up. Give me the goal, please. Hank,
4 inches.
top or bottom?
Bottom.
And what's on top?
Miles.
Okay, great. And what's the unit rate? Set up, please, Kiana.
It's 125 miles.
Great.
1 inch.
Beautiful. Okay. From here, what do I do, Lucy?
You see how many times 1 to 4 times.
Okay. What next? Keep going, Lucy.
You multiply with 125.
You got it. You can use a calculator or that's solvable as well. Raise your hand when you have that answer, please.
Can I
Not yet. Go ahead, Kendall.
500.
There are 500 miles in 4 inches on the map. Show me what you have before you erase it.
Nothing.
Got it.
That looks good. Okay. Erase it. Move on to number 2. Okay, this one is a little different because I need to set up two kind of separate problems. They want the dimensions on a scale drawing. We're deleting that.
Yeah, you know what I do on my board.
Let's do.
I got eyeball 3 times.
Let's do this one.
Imagine. I don't like you taking pictures of me.
Okay, 9 kilometers. Andrew can walk a distance of 9 kilometers in 4 hours. How long would it take to cover a distance of 13.5 kilometers? Keep working this out. If I call on you, just go back to the previous step. I'll give you a minute to start it. Beautiful. Let's sing the goal starting out on the right side.
Hey, they're testing some cars.
Oh, and that's your first. So your goal is to find the hours on top. What do they give you for the goal in kilometers? Us here. I'll zoom up. Good. So they give you, that's the unit rate, or that's what they give you for the scale, is 9 to 4. You want to know how many hours are in 13.5. So put 13.5 down here. You don't know the unit rate, so put 1 kilometer down here. Well, now they tell you there's 9 kilometers in 4 hours. So put 4 up here and 9 down there. Malachi, where'd you start?
I didn't actually do it because I was completing the first part.
Alright, Bailey, where'd you start?
I started by doing the unit.
Okay, the unit rate in the middle. What do you have for the unit rate? We don't know the unit rate. All we know is there's going to be 1 of what? Kilometer. That means that the goal will have kilometers on the bottom. I don't know how many hours. What's my clue though? How many kilometers would this be, Tristan? Why is it not 9 kilometers?
Wait.
Why don't I put 9 down here? I don't know the hours. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. If I put 9 down here, well, that's the given. I know 4 hours isn't 9 kilometers, so that doesn't help me find my answer. Hank.
Oh, because that's your given.
Beautiful, yeah. So what? This is my given up here. So fill out the given, Hank. What's on top? What's on bottom?
So on the top would be 4 hours.
Match up the hours on top and on the bottom.
And on the bottom would be 9 kilometers.
Beautiful. That's my roadmap. Tessa, what would I do first? You have to divide by 9 to get to 1. On top, what do you do, Tessa? Great. 4 divided by 9, you can use a calculator. What is that? Kendall?
0.4.
It's 0.4. Okay, let's leave it like that. 0.4 hours in 1 kilometer. What do I do next? Reagan. So we have to multiply 13.5 by 1. That means the top, Owen, put it down. The top is 13.5. So 13.5 times 0.4. That's where we can use a calculator. I'm not worried about decimal multiplication. I want the steps down. Kendall, what is that one? Hours. That is my goal.
Got it.
Wait,
5.4 hours.
why does mine say different?
Did you get 0.4 repeated on the top?
Yeah.
And did you multiply by 13.5?
Yeah. But I did 0.44 times.
Yeah, that's why. If you did a 0.44, it's gonna be slightly different.
But what is the difference?
Just you're more accurate if you did 0.44. I'll accept either one. This would be 5.4 or 5.94.
Letters.
Yeah, either one works. Erase it!
I'm sorry, Andy.
Next one.
We're sorry that you're too far for us, okay?
No, he can't see the board.
I can't see.
Oh.
You should move up capacity.
Yeah,
He's got,
he's
well, he's got a
looking
big
at the
boy
board.
head.
No, he
You can,
literally is
Indy,
blind.
move up here if you need to.
That's Kaylee C.
You can
No.
move up here if you need to.
Okay. I'm fine.
Son, you can read 60 pages in 5 hours. How many pages can you read in 7 hours? Take 2 minutes to start this one off.
65.
It's fine. It's gonna squeak anyways. If that distracts you, you got other issues you gotta work out. Which we can. Great skill to have to be able to avoid distraction.
Got him.
If you can do that, let me get the bronze for the first three
What would you get?
Show me what you have, please.
You looked at mine already. Did we all get A4?
It should be 84 pages.
Yeah, man.
This one was so easy. I don't know what I did. I did it right.
I was reading the
Did you get 84 though?
That's
Okay,
I
got
wrote
it, got
one
it,
and it's like, call me. And it was just a random number.
got it. Okay, we're gonna finish whiteboards with a perimeter problem, so I can know we know how to do that.
I had
Yeah.
her name is Maddie.
Dude, I don't get the height.
Okay, this guy's gonna tell us to find the dimensions. Whenever you're given a scale drawing that's like a room, there are going to actually be 2 different calculations you need to make. So the first thing I'm doing is I want to find how many inches are in 22 feet. So we're going to treat this kind of like 2 separate problems. First I'm going to get 22 in inches, then 17 in inches.
Wait, I'm confused.
So
Are we getting the inches?
now we're getting the inches. So our unit rate should be 1 foot. They give us 22 feet. Okay, well, how many inches are in 1 foot? There is 1/2 inch in a foot. How many inches would be in 22 feet? Well, they give me the unit rate already, so I can multiply. What would be your answer for 22 feet, Hank? 11?
Yeah. Well, 1/2 times 22.
Yeah. So set it up like this so that 22 is a fraction. Cross cancel. 11 times 1 is 11.
Oh, I divided.
Our little drawing over here, it should be 11 inches. That's only one side though. So I need to do a separate side for 17. So now my goal is going to be to find 17 feet in inches. What would you do for this one, Bailey?
Wait.
Sorry.
So, then where are you at?
I'm at 1/2 inch over 1 foot equals something inches over 17. Great. That's times 17. What do you do on the top? Oh, I get an ugly fraction. Help me out. 1/2 times 17 is what? Yeah. Okay. That's an ugly fraction. Simplify it for me, please. Reagan. 8 times 2 is 16. There's one left over. So this is 8 and 1/2 inches over 11 inches over here. Where's 11 by 8.5? Is it D again?
Yes.
Great.
Oh, I arranged.
You got it. You're fine. Sure. Flip to your bronze.
I need you to go.
Well, that sucks.
We're gonna cross out a few problems that I don't like. So you can do 1. Cross out number 2 completely.
Yeah, that was a little bit tricky.
Yep, that's why we're crossing it out.
I got it.
3 looks like that.
What is that? Why did it Z?
Pass in your whiteboards, please. You should have your Chromebook and this page up.
Here, Chromebook still?
You can, because you'll need a calculator.
I don't know. It's like it was 40 and
Yeah, I gotta go too. Oh, we better hurry up.
I'll leave number 6 on there. 5.5. 75.
Wait, so which one are we not doing?
Okay, flip to number, cross out 2, flip to number 6, above number 6 or to the side, put silver. Number 6 is a silver problem as well as number 9. So go to 6, write silver to the side, go to 9, write silver to the side. If you hit 6 and 9 and would like to skip it, that's fine. Go on to the other ones. If you're out of problems and you skipped 6 and 9, go back to 6 and try to do it. We're going to take 15 minutes independently. I want to see how much we have mastered this. I
Wait, which one?
think we're doing pretty good, which is awesome. What?
Which ones do you want us to cross out?
Cross out 2.
Okay.
Go to number 6 and put silver. Go to 9 and put silver. And you can start out on your.
You mean gold for number 9?
No, that can be silver too.
Okay.
There's 2 silver problems. Check your answers after each problem. So do I have 4 centimeters. My goal is going to have 4 centimeters on the bottom. But I don't know what's on top. That's set up our unit. There's my unit rate. That was 170. It's going to be dividing by 1 anyways, which is going to be the same. Not the end of the road though, but it's going to keep it the same for everything. You don't have to do it. I guess you could try. If you want. Show me what you're doing. You want to know how many kilometers are in 270. So goal is 2 kilometers over 270. So 17 kilometers over 270. The unit rate we get is 170. Our shepherd centimeter is 111. 30 is off the top. 30 times what gives you the same.
Great. There you go. Good, he's back.
My brain and it's easy thing. Reverse 13 times 3, which is like easy. So,
No, that works. We'll just, yeah, which one is it? 16 and 2 thirds?
Wait,
Yeah,
Avery, these are like the easiest ones though.
what are you on?
6, because I accidentally did 3.
That's fine.
Is this next Friday?
Maybe. I don't know.
I really hope so because this is really easy. Just like give it a minute.
Take a while, but this is something that some beginners struggle with. You guys are doing a good job.
feel like your clock is slow.
No, it's right on time. Stop recording.